Good morning. It is September 15th. A life spent in making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing. George Bernard Shaw. The ability to admit our blunders and mistakes is not only gracious, it's absolutely necessary if we want to hoist our self-esteem out of a ditch. Self-esteem can't be rescued if false pride comes first. To defend a mistake only doubles its impact. Yet low self-esteem impels us to hide behind walls of denial or delusion, to blame our mistakes on others, or to protest that they never happened at all of which doubles the delusion. The obvious fact, of course, is that no one is perfect. There is no one who never makes mistakes. The separation comes between people who profit from their mistakes and people who do not. Most of what we learn comes from the mistakes we make. Wisdom, the deepest form of all knowledge, can only be gained by getting out there, getting knocked down, but then getting up and going on stronger and smarter than we were before. If we are wrong, let us be quick to admit it and make a correction. The only really damaging error is the denial of error. Honest admission takes the sting out of my mistakes. Honest admission takes the sting out of my mistakes. A couple points on this one. To defend a mistake only doubles its impact, or to deny it, or all of that. I know a few people who will, instead of acknowledging a mistake right out, will change the narrative so that that's not what they meant to do or say, or that's, you perceived it wrong, but that's not actually what happened. I know a person who will deny making a mistake, and if they are caught making that mistake, instead of apologizing, they'll do this weird past tense thing where they'll be like, well, I already said I was sorry for that. And you're like, when? And they're like, I already said I was sorry for that. And that is their way of, that's the actual apology, is them acknowledging that they apologized in the past when they never actually did. It's really weird and damaging for all of this person's relationships long term. But as a kid, I knew more people who do that, and the secondary person isn't still in my life. I don't talk to them, thank God. But when I was a kid, when I saw people who did that, that always tripped me out. Like, what? Like, we all saw what just happened, and you're trying to change, like, the literal history of a moment just to make yourself not feel wrong. It's about shame and pride, I think, when people do that. But it's super weird. Like, it's so weird. Honest admission takes the sting out of my mistakes. Second point. A long time ago in high school, I read Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. And one of the points in the book, besides always remembering people's names, which I always... the point of the chapter was, a person's name is the sweetest sound to them in any language. So anytime I forget somebody's name, I always feel like garbage. But anyway, that's a side point. One of the points was, if you can admit to a mistake before somebody can point it out, it both makes you look more honest and more capable of accepting criticism and more willing to make positive changes in the right direction in your life. And also, it doesn't just take the sting out of the mistake for you, it takes the sting out of it for the other person who has to correct you. There are some people who enjoy correcting others out there, and though that's a breed of human, but for the most part, emotionally well-adjusted and otherwise happy people don't like going around going, oh, you messed up, fix it, or oh, you made that mistake again. Like, that's kind of uncomfortable for everybody when that happens. So if you can acknowledge and point out your mistakes before somebody else has to, it makes you look... That's what for me, that was the point of reading the book, was better social appearance, I guess. But I haven't read it in a long time, and at this stage in my life, I should probably reread it, because I definitely read it. Started drinking a lot in college, forgot most of it. And am now in a career where knowing at least some of those points would be useful again, especially towards improving my career and standing within the community and stuff like that. But honest admission takes the sting out of my mistakes. Yep. And being honest about having made a mistake in the first place shows a certain level of maturity that separates one from people who pout over having to acknowledge that they're a human being who's imperfect. It's super petty that I engage in mature behavior just to one-up people. I try not to do that anymore, but I mean, it happens. I am a human being with flaws. That's one of my mistakes. So, honest admission takes the sting out of my mistakes. Yep. And now it is time to go get ready for the day. I mean, I'm already ready. I just got a coffee and Hank's breakfast. Yeah. This cat already got fed, so him walking around in the background meowing and stuff, I don't know what it's about. Have a good morning! Hi. It is my genuine hope that you got something positive out of this video, and if you did, I would really appreciate it if you liked the video, maybe shared it with somebody you know, and then subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have a good day!